Hi, you guys. So I wanted to do today a meditation on shadow. So part of this work that we're doing in the Enneagram is bringing together the light and the dark. And I have been doing a lot of work with the shadow side. And I think that this meditation or this journaling practice, you can kind of use it however you want: contemplation, reflection, meditation, journaling. I want you to go into a place, I want you to feel calm and relaxed as you're entering this. Please don't come into this work with a lot of tension and tightness and grief and shame and overwhelm. So if you're feeling that right now, take a break. Don't watch or listen to this now. Do that later, and then come back when you're ready, okay? So I want you to think of, get in a good place, sit up with your spine nice and long, or lay down, or get a cup of tea and sit down and watch this. And I want you to think of your sacred self, okay? So the parts of you that you love, the parts of you that are so connected and light and loving, the parts that are easy to love, maybe your empathy, maybe your sensitivity, maybe your productivity, but your sacred self is your light self, okay? And then breathe with her for a little. Just hold her in your heart, feel her, see her, and allow her to be here with us. And then after you've kind of made acquaintance with her, I want you to move mentally, visualizing your shadow self. I want you to see the parts of you that are harder to love, the attributes, the personalities. Some things that might come up on this shadow side are the ways in which you think you are not healthy, where your body isn't good enough. Maybe there's a part of your shadow in your inner critic who says a lot of bad things to you. Maybe she's judgmental. Maybe she's angry. Maybe she's afraid. Maybe she has sexual preferences that you don't normally talk about, or fears or anger about motherhood or childhood or parenting or her own parents that she's afraid to express. Maybe she's afraid that people won't like her. She's afraid of her weight or her appearance. So what is she most afraid of? What are you most afraid of people knowing about you or thinking about you? What are those deepest, darkest, most painful shadow sides of you? That you don't want to share, that you're afraid of. And I want you to think of her, the shadow self, as I want you to love her and embrace her and approach her with love and compassion and generosity, just like you would the sacred self. Okay, so we have the shadow self and the sacred self, and we want to wrap our arms and wrap our energy around all of the parts of us, our light and our dark. The things that we want people, how we want people to see us: healthy, thin, fit, productive. And the things that we don't want people to see: judgmental, angry, shamed, embarrassed, sad, lonely. And I want you to say to her, to all of her, I am going to love you. You are safe here. I love you. You are safe here. And I want you to soften to her. She's so afraid of being known, of being seen, of coming out, that we don't want to puff up. We want to soften to her. We want to allow her to live here too. We don't want to be so afraid of her. So we're softening and we're embracing with compassion and love and forgiveness all of the parts, the shadow and the light, the good and the bad. I am going to love you. You are welcome here. You are safe. And I want you to do this as much as you need to, or as little as you need to. Maybe you just need to do this once. And knowing that these meditations on the shadow, there's 2 resources that are really good if this felt really powerful to you. Debbie Ford's The Dark Side of the Light Chasers, and The She School by Sarah Avant Stover. So I want you to spend some time doing this meditation. You can take notes or go back and rewind it and let me know how it goes, okay? With softness, with compassion, with gratitude, allowing everybody, embracing all the parts of you. And I've been doing this a lot lately on my own as I'm walking. I just allow that dark side to come in. I'm just making a little bit of space for her so that I can integrate that wholeness that we're always talking about. Okay, so good luck. And remember, approach this with when you're in a good space to hear and see and feel it, okay? I wouldn't come to this work if you're feeling sad or depressed or really anxious. I'd wait until you felt a little bit better, okay?